Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
and
in
the
the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are going to jump into our review of the love and the marriage. I'm not going to say it. In Huntsville. Okay. And this is season 7, episode 8, Holt, her accountable. Okay. So y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, I really think, and y'all may not agree, y'all can drop down in the comments, but I think that the word for this episode is denial. I think this is a very good word to describe this episode. But yeah, we can get into it and y'all tell me what you think. Let's get into it and let's get shady. Continuation from last episode. Mel, has rolled up on Keke in the middle of moving and prompted her to, take a drug test to prove, everybody wrong about her relapsing. So Amin lets Keke know, she ain't got to do nothing to prove nothing to nobody, especially not no Marceau. But, she's like, well, I want him to take a lie detector test and then I'll take the drug test. And then obviously, everybody's like, well, Keke, we know
not gonna happen.
So, she's like, you know what? I'm going to, and she says it's in confessional, but she's like, you know what? I'm going to do this for myself. And I kind of, now I will say I did have some, questions about Melanie's intent going in. However, I'm glad that Keke received it the way she did.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see what Keke was saying. Like at the end of the day, it proves me right. I know it's on national television. So regardless of what y'all want to say, I've proven. So Marceau. So anyway, she takes the test, comes back with all negatives. And so obviously Keke is out here clean. So Mel tells her, stop worrying about Marceau and focus on moving forward. And then she's like, so why are y'all moving, by the way? And then, she gets into the explanation about her son. And then Mel, now this was messy, okay? She, decides to get a little messy and reveal that Tiffany was questioning how they were going to get their son into the school district when they don't live there, and questions if they're doing something shady. And this, of course, gets Keke hyped because, her son's one of the top athletes in Huntsville, but also because Tiffany has been running around Huntsville, running her mouth, just about Keke in general and her family. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you saying whatever about me, I may be able to move forward, look past, and Keke ain't doing that. But the minute I hear you out here discussing my family business, oh no, Tiffany, you would have got pulled up on. And I would have been sober as hell. And
Tiffany,
would have got pulled up on.
Crime Stoppers want her, and Tiffany looked like the type to call the police.
Yeah.
All she gotta do is say she right here.
Right. And then we get into the lovely Keke. Is it Keke? I'm sorry. Damn, I'd have called her Keke. Tisha Marceau. My names are not on tonight, y'all. They're getting ready to go on vacation for Mila's birthday. They're going away for 5 days. Marceau thinks this is too long. I said, well, damn. Now,
but you went away for what? 2 weeks or how long? How long he was there for?
Right. By itself. So
when
now,
nobody could reach you. You wasn't worried about business then.
So Tisha thinks that this vacation is right on time.
I ain't gonna lie, it would have came up. My petty ass, it would have came up.
Oh, it absolutely should have come up. But again, the word of the episode is denial. So Tisha thinks that, after everything that's happened at the barbecue, this is very well overdue. And he lets her know that he's super proud of how she handled herself with Keke and wishes that he could have handled himself better. And then Tisha's like, I really would like you to stay out of it because at the end of the day, I've realized that Keke is a liar and I can't trust her. And Marceau brings up how he felt Stormy knew what she was doing by trying to trigger him, by calling him a bitch. But however, after seeing her get upset about her own experience with her friend, he realized whatever issues they had were not important in that moment. And I will say that was very big of Marceau because he could have just been petty and not cared because he's Marceau. So he tells Tisha it reminded him of her and Keke and that he doesn't want their relationship to be like lost, basically, behind all this craziness. And he actually says that he cares about Keke and is more hurt.
He doesn't want Mel to be right.
What?
That he likes to push all her friends and all women friends out of her life.
Well, she is looking a little solo dolo outside of Kimmy, but and so Tisha says that everybody thinks she's so perfect, but she isn't, and she makes mistakes. And then Marceau points out that yeah, you do, because you could be more accountable. And I said,
and then gave an example.
Yes, and gives her an example of the town hall and how she got snappy with Mel when she said something about organization. And what I thought was really dope, I heard somebody else point out that they think it wasn't, well, yeah, it's Tisha being snappy and whatever, but just the fact that it came from Mel. And he had just mentioned he had lunch with Mel or had coffee. He had to correct himself. But if y'all go back and y'all watch that episode, her total energy changed once he said that and mentioned that. And I think by the time Mel walked in that room, Mel couldn't have said anything that Tisha was going to receive because she was already.
It didn't matter. Mel was ready. Mel came ready. She said, yeah, we are going to talk about it because that's what we're here for.
No, I know Mel wasn't worried about it, but I thought that was a very interesting perspective because I do think that that's true. I do think that she low key is.
Oh, he can't have coffee with her, but he could be at the hotel showing.
Because you remember when she got upset, I forgot what season it was, where he dropped the bottles off to Mel and she got upset that he didn't talk to her or tell her. I really think she's concerned, or I think she's insecure about Mel. I think she thinks her husband has,
but not about all the other women in Atlanta
or Alabama, just
Africa.
But right. So, but anyway, so Tisha goes back and forth with him about, no, I took accountability. I said that, there could, before all that there could have been more organization. And he's like, see, you're denying it.
I think she did actually say that though.
I think she did too, but he's like, and this proves my point that again, you have trouble taking accountability. And I was,
he was like, you're not taking accountability for not taking accountability. Marceau Chase was crazy.
That's not one you want to go toe to toe with.
So speaking of money making Mel, okay, she about to spend some dough, about to spend some money on this name changing ceremony.
Ceremony is what they're calling it.
That's what she called it. Other people calling it a party,
Right.
Celebration, if you will.
It's a celebration.
She has a party planner, Gigi, come over. Her mom also stops by. They're discussing how they're going to decorate the place. It actually sounds like it's going to be beautiful. Can't wait to see it. Basically, she let her mom know that she got a letter from the probate court regarding the name change, but she hasn't opened it yet, which I thought was funny because, girl, you about to spend all this money and you don't even know if they approved your name change.
She said whether they legally do it.
Parties.
She said whether they legally do it or I'm going to spiritually do it. We're going to celebrate.
Basically, celebration.
Celebration.
Yeah, that's money making Mel for you. It ain't nothing so false, okay? But then her mom lets her know that she's super proud of her, and she knows that she went through a lot, and she came out on the other end, so she knows that it was hard. So yeah, that's it for them. Then Stormy, she stops by to check on Keke, see how she's doing. Huh? What'd you say?
No, I said, woo. Keke was on fire.
Keke's always on fire. That's what I mean. This is why the behavior did not surprise me. So basically, you know, that she let her know, girl, you know, after you left, they were still talking crap about you. Okay. Now, what really triggered me was when Marcel was talking about addiction, and you know, he took a little too far. We started talking about my friend, and you know, she lets him know that she lets her know that you know, she got upset or whatever, and she was like, you know, that's Madame Marcel. What, you know, this is the type of stuff that he pulls. I said, I like that.
And that's Tisha
okay,
and his
I
wife,
like
and her wife.
I like that, Madame Marcel. And then they began talking about Tiffany's interview that was basically mainly about Keke. And Keke's just like, I don't know what this girl's problem is. You know, she mentioned my son going to a different school, and we're like trying to be shady, put him in a different district. And Stormy is completely floored. She's like, girl, I didn't hear nothing about that. Like, what was she trying to do? What is she doing? They ain't got nothing to do with her. And Keke like, this is who she is. This is the type of stuff that she does. Well, like, yeah, you bringing her a package of your products, and she's no. Okay, talking about how they're chemicals and how they're no good for you. Somebody was like, "What, girl? You lied, girl. Ain't no way. Okay."
And Stormy said she had sent her 24 roses.
But Stormy said, "You know what? This girl calling my stuff not safe. She ain't even going to address it with her, okay? Because." You know, she out there making babies and Stormy is out here cashing checks. Okay. So she said, I ain't got the time. All right. Plus, she don't think Tiffany will really say it to her face anyway. Okay.
Well, Keke did actually apologize for snatching this cards out Stormy's hand.
Yeah, she did. I didn't think that was a big deal though.
I definitely did. We definitely need to address. Well, look, you could be mad at everybody else, but what you're not gonna do, I told you that would have been a fight.
She was. I think she wasn't mad at Stormy. I think Stormy knew, like, she kind of got caught in the crossfire. It was nothing against Stormy, but I mean, it was nice of her to apologize. But I don't think Stormy actually felt some type of way about it, is what I mean. I think if Stormy felt some type of way, she definitely would have said something. Like, girl, why you got to snatch it from me? Something. She said, she was just like, oh, I don't want to be in the middle of this mess, this family drama.
I just would have said, bitch, how do you know I had the ace of spades? I had the motherfucking deuce. Look. Like, that's why I would have been upset.
You know what? I think it would have been worse if they was like playing for money or something. You
don't play spades. Stop. You don't understand the severity that goes into spades, the seriousness that goes into spades. It ain't got nothing to do with money, okay? Many families have broken up. Many fights have broken out, okay? My daddy is still talking to me about a spades game he beat me and Jamel in 3 years ago, okay? And still won't let it. Like, it's serious.
Why you ain't do a rematch?
Oh, because he's always, he's never here long enough. He's too busy all of a sudden.
Oh, because he just want to be able to keep on talking about. I'd have been like, well, why are you talking about it? Let's go on and get these cards. Here to go, right here. Let's play.
Right. But yeah, so y'all,
maybe she's just not as serious about it as you are.
You stupid. So Mel has invited Kimmy and Tisha. I really want to call her Keke so bad. Because I definitely call her Keisha just now. Mel has invited Kimmy and Tisha for a workout with her personal trainer. Tisha isn't in the mood to link up with anybody after the barbecue, and you can definitely tell this. Mel and both Kimmy pick up on this, on her energy, and it was real awkward while they was waiting for Kimmy to get there, because Mel and Tisha really didn't have nothing to say to each other. So when they get
I think Mel initially, but once she picked up on her energy,
I think she was just like, I'm a refrain. So we do learn that Kimmy has been dealing with some breathing issues after everything that she went through last year with her cancer and whatever. So they're kind of taking it a little bit, I don't want to say taking it easy. They're just like dumbing down the workout a little bit for her. So then they sit down for a Ponderosa after, and Kimmy thanks Mel for the invitation and tells her, like I said, she's been attempting to do more exercise because she actually took 2 breathing tests that she failed. So she is but she said the devil is a lie. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Her doctor said that she won't ever breathe the same, and she said the devil's a lie.
Right. Right. The devil is a lie. Not like I tell y'all, I know y'all done heard me say it more than once. Don't ever let a doctor tell you what God did not put on you. Okay. We can defy all things. Okay. So then, basically Kimmy and Mel and Tisha, I'm sorry. So Kimmy and Mel and Tisha start rehashing.
Let me just say, I understand why Mel goes to Miss Deborah for her workout, because that old lady is not in bad shape.
She's not.
I want to be you when I grow up, Miss Deborah.
Right. So then Kimmy's like, I just want to check in with y'all after everything that happened. And so Tisha's like, this is normal. Around the time I met Mel, basically that's kind of why Keke wasn't around. I was distancing myself from her. She's threatened me multiple times. And I thought it was funny because what popped up in my head was our last review. And I said, I told Nels, I am not about to spend my life running around trying to avoid you.
And that's why I'm gonna do it when I get you. I ain't about to run around chasing you either. That's why I'm gonna take the first opportunity I get. I don't give a damn way.
It literally made me think of that, and I was like, that's hilarious.
Keke said it's on site.
Clearly. But basically she was like, I'm good. And, she doesn't want to have any more conversation about it. And Mel's like, so did anything happen before you got to the barbecue? She's like, no, it didn't. Right. And she's like, you know what? I'm done. It's time to go. And Mel just thinks that she wants to avoid the conversation because it involves Marceau possibly having an affair. And she thinks Tisha is kind of shutting down a little bit, but doesn't really care if she's trying to shut down because at the end of the day, they want her to talk so they can just make sure she's okay. So basically,
I said, yeah, that's what Mel wants.
Yeah, basically. So, basically, then she's like, but I did talk to Keke and she did explain that she felt a little disrespected. And then Tisha at this point is like, all right, but you're not getting the social cues. I said I didn't want to do it. And so when she leaves, even before she leaves, Mel's like, I think she was a little bit bothered. And Kimmy's like, no, I think she wanted you to stop asking her. But I do think that, there is this, things have gone wrong. This is a bad situation, and they both can agree on that collectively.
I think, I get it. Everybody, they know them. But like I said, I feel like this is deeper than it just being like a Mel and Tisha type of thing.
No, they say they've been going through this since they were 13.
Because they family. I feel like, really.
But I think it's more of, to your point, I think it's deeper because their parents pit them against each other at a young age. Because Miss Wanda always wanted Tisha to be better than Keke, and Keke was always trying to like, remember Keke was like, at one point I was the one that was in a better situation than Tisha. So I think that they just always have had this competition that has been brought on by their parents being like, my child is better than your child and whatever else. And I think it's unfortunate because they probably could have a decent relationship. But again, I think that it's been going on so long that, in my opinion, maybe it is healthier for them to just not have a relationship. I guess that's where I'm at in my life. That's why I don't get the whole chase, like trying to catch you on site. And if it was Tiffany, yes.
Because that's
but if I'm not talking about you, you're not talking about me, let's go on with our lives. And we just don't have, in my big age, we just don't have to communicate. But I just don't need to be trying to.
Well, because that's where they are now. That's not where they were prior to the barbecue.
I guess I can get that.
Now. That was the nail in the coffin. But before that, they were actually trying to have a relationship. So
if it ain't
until
broke, don't look.
until
If it ain't
Keke
broke,
spilled the
don't
beans,
fix it.
until Keke spilled the beans that this man is sticking somebody else's pond again, then all holy hell broke loose.
Not sticking it in the pond.
Or a few ponds. Whatever you like. So he stops by the Fletchers to bring them some wine because apparently they're having some little dinner or something that night. Well, Nell, she just outside trying to water her garden. That's, she all peaceful and zen and stuff.
Well, at least he had 2 more bottles left of his wine that we never see or hear about anymore.
Well, he ain't never sent them out. He probably got a whole stash. He ain't never sent them nowhere. Yeah. He got a plethora.
You stupid.
So, then they touch on Mel. Okay. And, basically Nell says, I saw basically how Mel played you at the cookout. She ain't say not a word. You was trying to talk to her. She's like, but I tried to tell her. It ain't gonna hurt you to talk, girl. It's okay to say hi and be nice and be cordial. You know what I'm saying? Marcel was like, I'm always gonna speak. That's who I am. I'm a gentleman. That's what I do. Okay. So Nell feels that, now that they're talking about Mel, she done brought her up. This is the perfect time to let him know, hey, guess what? So your ex-wife, she done got her name changed and she gonna have a party.
Right.
And I'm attending.
And I don't want you to feel no way about
it. She ain't say that. She ain't say that.
She didn't.
But what he did say,
Nell really said, I don't care how you feel about it.
No, he said these ain't loyal. These ain't loyal. She's like, whoa. He said that he want to know everybody that call themselves his friend that plan on going to this. She like, sir, why they loyal? Because they going to the party. Like, the hell? So he was like, because you should know that Melody's trying to be spiteful by, having a party. And basically, she ain't doing nothing special under the name Roger.
I call his bluff on that.
What?
I call his bluff. If Mel would allow Destiny to still be her friend, he definitely wouldn't have said nothing to Destiny for going to Mel, and wouldn't have been. He might have, but he would have moved on.
You have a point there. Mm-hmm. So he said it's like melon in his face, and she was like, "Well, I could say you messing around on Mel was like melon in her face." Now, why the hell you say that, Nell? Oh my God. Okay.
But you don't know what she did.
Because the whole floodgates open, okay? She had an affair on me. She did it first. He hit it first. I was like, oh, Nell was like, I don't know nothing about this. I don't know what you're talking about.
And
what I do know,
I have a hard time
cheated.
believing that. And I'm with Nell on this one. And I really tried to play middle ground on this. Because I was like, I like the fact that Nell was holds everybody accountable just in anybody that she talks to. But I was with him and he was like, well, did you ask Mel, has she been unfaithful? But the only thing I can say to Nell's point, I can't see that happening because I can't see Mel cheating on Martell and him staying. If she really did do it first.
You know what? Guess what? You know what I would have said when he said, well, did you ask her? Well, I didn't have to ask you.
Right.
I ain't have to come to you and ask if you cheated. It was out there in the open. So if you got receipts, because Mel had receipts. I didn't need to come to you and ask. So if you got receipts, well, then you show me the receipts. I shouldn't have to go to her and ask. Okay? You talking all of this. You've been saying it for years. Ain't nobody seen nothing yet. You talking about it's multiple guys. She cheated first. Are you talking about years and years ago? Because you've been cheating for years, sir. You have a child from your cheating.
Yeah, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard, but apparently Mr. Holt was with Coleslaw on Halloween, her and Knox, and it looks like she was making dinner, or they were making dinner together, looking like a very happy family. And then apparently they were on live and he was taking her on a shopping spree. I believe they were in Macy's. So I think you know, she felt like they were doing something. But you know, so apparently he might, or at least he's showing up on the lives with her. He's making it, you know, so maybe they're
well, he can't deny it anymore.
well, so maybe he's claiming her now. If I was her, I would feel a way that
after you claimed that I was a peasant.
And she said that he pays all her bills.
When did that start? Because at one point he couldn't pay his own bills.
I don't know, but somebody said he's probably just paying her bills so he has somewhere to go.
Well, we don't know. We don't know where he was supposed to move to, so we just know he was supposed to get out of the place he was renting from Fletchers. So
right.
But basically, yeah, Nell let him know that she did not believe him. Okay, so yeah, he's like, you know, ask her or whatever, and if she says it's not true, then I'll bring you proof. No, what proof? I need it now. Give it to me. I'm not asking nothing.
If you're gonna have me question somebody, you gotta bring me something.
I would just say, I'm not asking nothing. I'm not asking a damn thing. I didn't come to you and ask if you cheated. I'm not asking nothing. Okay. But if you want me to know, because it's really none of my business, but if you want me to know, then you show me.
Right.
Okay. I'm not going fishing for nothing.
That's a valid point.
Yeah. So, you know, then he said, you know, basically, you're grown as hell. Okay. Do what you want. Okay. I'm out of here. And I was like,
did he take the wine with him? Because I didn't see.
I don't think so. I think he had already handed it to her. I think he already handed it to her.
Oh, okay. Because when she walked back in the house, she didn't take.
Yeah, I think she had sat it like you know, on the porch or something.
I didn't see her grab it when she went inside the house, though.
Oh, I don't
yeah,
but I didn't see him take it to the car either.
Okay.
But yeah,
like you oh, I can't say that on here. But
well, Nell said, you know what, she'd have changed her name, and I'm supporting her, and I'm going to the party. So, deuces, bye. And I think he was like, bye, I love you or something. She's like, bye, Martell. Like she was aggravated. She was aggravated.
Well, y'all.
Might be Madame Martell too. Shoot.
What happened?
I said it might be Madame Martell too.
Not Madame Martell. All these madams and their sirs. But anyway, so thank you guys for tuning in to another review of The Love and the Marriage in the #1 city in America, that is Huntsville. I had to do it at least once. If you guys have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
Make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, we will catch you next week for another review of The Love and the Marriage in Huntsville. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.